Qué raro. Vamos a ver, vamos a ver. Vamos a ver si está bien ahí. Ok, ahora sí. Turururu, turururu. Oh, Carlitos. Vamos a coger. Bam, bam.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. On the way to the ring, from Battle Creek, Michigan, weighing 230 pounds, Rob Van Dam. And the opponent, from San Diego, California, weighing 165 pounds, Rey Mysterio.
Rabanda. ¿Cómo le da? ¿Cómo le damos? Misterio a la raza. Se va el man. Acordamos. Que suene.
And there's a little something for the crowd. The best superstars never ignore their fame.
The best superstars also finish off their opponents instead of giving them time to recover.
These fans love confidence in their
Si no.
superstar. And that's
Relájate,
just what
en
they're
serio.
seeing from him
Ya.
here tonight.
Era bromeando que
He
estaba.
can do this until the cows come home, but that's not going to win him the match.
Para.
Rob Van Dam is such
Vamos,
an
Romandán.
amazing athletic competitor. There's not a doubt in my mind that he's one of the biggest stars in the business.
You've got to be kidding me, JR. I think you're...
This is a risky move. It could prove to be disastrous.
Here he
No
goes.
recuerdo, no recuerdo, gente. Lo siento.
This could be really good or really bad.
¿Qué va a sacar?
Listen to the crowd, JR. I think they've got something to say to these superstars.
And if they're smart,
Arriba.
they'll listen.
Ooh.
Remember, without these fans, these superstars are out of a job. He's got the crowd and his opponent in the palm of his hand.
That can change in an instant, especially if you let your opponent catch his breath. I can't believe he countered that one.
Suéltame que no fui yo.
What an incredible competitor Rey Mysterio is. I have to say that pound for pound, he might be the most exciting superstar on the SmackDown roster.
That's an easy claim to make, JR. Mysterio only weighs about 90 pounds soaking wet with a brick in each pocket.
Well, you stop it. He's 165 pounds and 5'6". He might be on the smaller end of the spectrum, but that doesn't diminish his ability.
If you say so, JR, I still think Mysterio should hit the yellow brick road and get himself back to Munchkin Land.
I think this crowd's giving these superstars a piece of their minds, King.
Are you sure they can afford it, JR? I can't believe someone as out of it as Rob Van Dam could be featured as prominently as he is here in the WWE. I don't even think he knows where he is right now.
Van Dam might seem laid back, King, but don't ever mistake that for a lack of awareness or intensity. More often than not, in the heat of competition, cooler heads prevail. And that's why his fans call him the whole damn show. I'm a Raw man through and through. You're putting a lot on the line when you climb that turnbuckle.
How can these fans be this excited about Rey Mysterio, JR? He's so tiny that half of them probably can't even see him in the ring.
Well, King, there's an old saying. Size doesn't matter. It's what you do with it that counts. And I'm sure you've heard that one.
What? What are you saying, JR? Don't try to change the subject just because you know I'm right. I think these superstars are getting some feedback from the crowd, JR.
Nothing wrong with that, King. That's what we like to hear.
You gotta respect the commitment and the dedication of these superstars to their career.
I don't think he's climbing up there for the view.
It looks like they've slowed the match down a little, and I think that's some good strategy right there.
It certainly is. I'm sure they're well acquainted with the old expression, fools rush in.
Is that why you always seem to be in such a hurry, JR?
I think I've eaten a little too much good Oklahoma barbecue in my day, King, to hurry anywhere.
So, JR, he may get the 3 count here.
Qué lucha de más extraña. Qué pelea.
Here's your winner, Rob Van Dam.
Estamos platicando. Rayo. Vamos con otro. Cogemos el Undertaker. Triple H.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. On the way to the ring, from Death Valley, weighing in at 305 pounds, The Undertaker.
Undertaker. Dios mío.
And the opponent, from Greenwich, Connecticut, weighing in at 260 pounds, Triple H.
Triple H. Luchador de todo. Pepe. ¿Cómo estamos con Pepito de Tema? ¿Cómo estamos, Pepito de Tema? ¿Se escucha bien?
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to another sold-out Raw event from Portland, Oregon.
Well, it's been too long since Raw has come to Portland, JR. These fans are going crazy.
Look at the confidence radiating off this superstar.
All I see is an overconfident superstar who's throwing away the match by not following up. Did you ever think you'd be watching these superstars compete against each other here tonight, JR?
I have a feeling their paths are going to cross sooner or later. And I'm glad. And now a pin. This could be it.
He turned the tables on his opponent with that one. He saw that one coming. So, how do you think this one's going to turn out, JR?
Honestly, King, I have absolutely no idea. Anything can happen here in the WWE.
But you've got to have a guess, right?
I might, but I'd rather keep it to myself. With all the same to you, King.
The Undertaker's been in WWE for 13 years now, JR. And I think it's really starting to show here tonight.
I don't know what match you're watching, King, but there's no room for error when you're on the top rope.
I'm not sure I agree with what the crowd is chanting, JR, but I guess it's their right.
You're damn right it is. It comes with the price of admission.
I think I know who's going to win this one, JR.
Oh, really? Enlighten us, King.
All's fair in love and war, JR. And I love it when this guy goes to war.
Whoever said that cheaters never prosper certainly never saw this man in action.
After some of the things we've seen in this ring, JR, I think we'd better remind the folks at home
Aye.
to try this stuff themselves.
That's for damn sure, King. The WWE superstars
Vuéltame.
are trained professionals.
And even they don't walk away from every match in the best shape.
They sure don't. We've seen more than one super. He's got his opponent locked in a submission hold.
We can see a tap out right here, JR.
What a submission hold! Could this be a tap out?
It isn't. The hold can't be broken. You can't take this kind of pain for long. And submission is locked in, JR. And this is a tough hold to break.
It sure is, King. And even if you break the hold, it takes its toll on you. superstars, it really drives home the fact that Raw is the dominant brand of sports entertainment.
Oh, there's no doubt about that, JR. There's not a superstar on the SmackDown roster who could hold a candle to Raw's finest.
I wouldn't go that far, King. There are quite a few SmackDown superstars.
I don't care how tough you are, JR. No one can take this kind of pain for long.
You're absolutely right, King. We've seen many superstars tap out to this very hole. I think this crowd has decided to exercise the right of free speech.
God bless the First Amendment, JR.
Black.
That's a short climb, but a potentially long fall.
You know, JR, when I saw this match on paper, I wasn't too sure about it. But it's turned out a lot better than I thought it would.
I'm not at all surprised, King. I knew this was going to be a terrific match.
Oh, come on, JR. You're just talking through your hat. And speaking of hats, when are you going to get rid of that silly thing anyway?
Right about the time you stop wearing that crown, Ice.
Well, from the looks of things, it's not hard to tell how this one's going to go.
What are you talking about, King? I think this is still an extremely competitive match that could go either way.
You know, JR, it's obvious that the only exercise you get is stretching the truth or jumping to conclusions.
Well, judging from the shape I'm in, I don't appear to be doing too much of either, King. You're looking pretty fit, though, I must say. This capacity crowd is making their opinions known tonight.
They sure are, JR, and I love to hear it. I think we're going to find out just how much punishment the human body can withstand here tonight.
I think you're right, King. These superstars seem intent on taking each other to the limit.
I love that attitude, JR. Go big or go home.
Well, these superstars sure aren't going home until this match is settled once and for all.
You got to respect the commitment and the dedication of these superstars to their careers.
No question about it, King. Every superstar on the roster has had to make more sacrifices than any other professional athlete I know.
It really is like being married to your career. There's not much room for anything else.
And marriage is a subject which you happen to be something of an authority.
I don't think the
Ay,
fans
malvado.
appreciated that one very much. But I don't think he cares
Yeah.
much what the fans think.
That much is obvious, King. What a low-down, despicable move that was.
Oh, boy. These fans have got something on their minds, JR.
Well, they paid for their tickets, King, and they've got a right to say whatever they want. The referee is out, King. Will we see someone take advantage?
I'd be disappointed in them if they didn't, JR. This is a great opportunity.
Boy, what a match. I wouldn't even hazard a guess as to who's going to win this thing.
What? Have you got both your contacts in one eye, JR? Wow, there's a hole you don't want to find yourself in, JR.
You sure don't, King. We've seen many a superstar tap out to this one.
You know, JR, everyone goes on and on about how great The Undertaker is, but I think he's overrated. It takes more than black lights and some dry ice to impress me.
And how about going 14-0 at WrestleMania, King? How about being a
Oh, re puedo
four-time
yo.
WWE champion? Does that impress you?
Now, come on, JR. I know these superstars want to keep going, but I don't know if they're going to be able to for much longer. Wow! Listen to these fans, JR!
You can fool some of the people all of them, and all the people some of the time, but there's no fooling the WWE fans at all.
I've got to say, JR, I'm really impressed by what we've seen here tonight.
How could you not be, King? These are some of the finest athletes in all of
Ya,
sports.
suéltame que no fui yo.
I know that, JR. I'm just saying that this has been a great match so far.
It has indeed, King, and I think it's only going to get better from here on out.
Boy, it's obvious noticed these superstars have done their homework on each other.
They sure have, and this is one hell of an exam.
Let's hope it's not their final exam, JR. I'd love to see them go at it again.
Well, if I think the fans have their way, you'll get your wish, King. That went nowhere. Well, you can't ever accuse the WWE fans of being shy about saying what's on their minds. You sure? A textbook reversal there.
Triple H.
Is there any superstar in WWE who can go toe-to-toe with that man, The Undertaker? I don't think there is.
Have you got both your contacts in one eye, JR? There's no way The Undertaker's going to win this match. Just look at him.
Oh, I am, King. I'm looking at one of the most awesome. We've got to be nearing the end, King. I don't know how much these superstars have to give.
Can you believe we actually get paid to do this job, JR?
It's like a dream come true, King.
Hello.
Except when I have to sit here and listen to you drool over the divas.
Come on, JR. You know I'm
Dale,
nervous when it
bestia.
comes to puppies.
Oh, I know, King. And that's why I'm bringing a pitcher of ice water out here with me next time.
I think these superstars are getting some feedback from the crowd, JR.
Nothing wrong with that, King. That's what we like to hear.
L1.
I don't think these superstars have any intention of taking it easy on each other tonight.
That's not what they signed up for, King. And quite frankly, I think this is a risky move. It could prove to be
Quítate de ahí del medio.
So long, ref. Sweet dreams.
El árbitro en el mismo medio ahí. Sigue en el medio. No puedo correr.
Whoops.
Espérate,
There goes
Triple
the
H.
referee. Oh, man.
And now there's no one to keep order in this matchup.
Ay, me va a quebrar la pata.
I've got a feeling that this has all... He's taken every advantage in this matchup, and it looks like he plans on taking a few more.
If he's not the dirtiest player in the game, JR, he's a shoo-in for second place.
Sounds like this crowd's got something on their minds, King.
Who cares about them, JR? Look what's going on in the ring.
De Guabinoya.
You can look at any professional sport you want, JR. You won't find more incredible athletes than the WWE superstars.
You're not wrong, King. They compete every week until they are
Lo hemos dado hasta con la silla.
incapable of continuing. There's not an ounce of quit in any WWE superstar. But the human body has its limits, and they may have been reached here in this match.
I think I know who's going to win this match, but I don't want to say. I'm afraid I'll jinx it.
Come on, King. Don't tell me you're superstitious.
Of course not, JR. I'm not superstitious because I know that's
Ay,
unlucky.
Triple H. Malvado.
So, King, any predictions about the outcome of this match?
No. Every time I make a guess as to who's going to win, I never hear the end of it from you.
Maybe that wouldn't happen if you got one right every now and then. I think this crowd's giving these superstars a piece of their minds, King.
Are you sure they can afford it, JR? Oh, man. I've been in this hole before, JR. This brings back some bad memories.
I can understand why, King. I can't...
Se fue Triple H. No le hice la especie. Está vivo.
Here's your winner, The Undertaker.
Está vivo.
You think you know me.
The following tag team contest is scheduled for one fall. On the way to the ring,
I spit in the face of people who don't want to be cool.
from the Caribbean,
Viva la raza!
Looks like someone's making it pretty clear that he's not feeling too threatened right about now.
Well, this is a good way to find yourself in a bad situation. He's wasting time instead of following up here. Ladies and gentlemen, we are seeing an incredible display of athletic ability here tonight.
What do you expect, Cole? These are WWE superstars for crying out loud. They're the greatest athletes in the world.
True enough, Taz. There's no off-season for them. There's no month or two off between matches.
There sure ain't, Cole. I mean, these guys are here week in and week out, and every night they leave it in the ring.
And they do it all for the WWE fans, Taz. Without that, I think that's a tag.
I feel like a real jerk when somebody counters you like that. He slipped out of that one.
Great reversal. I don't know where Carlito gets off telling people how cool he is. I certainly don't see anything cool. This is a big risk. Will it pay off?
Man, you just can't put anything over on these fans.
You sure can. They see everything, and they'll let you know about it.
I gotta tell you, Cole, I thought I had this thing figured out. But now I got no idea how this is gonna end up. Oh, man, this is just about the last hole you want to find yourself in.
I can imagine. Just look at the pressure being applied here.
Man, his opponent looked like a pope with that counter. Man, I'm telling you, from my in-ring experience, trust me, you could cut this tension with a knife.
I don't think you need in-ring experience to feel the tenacity radiating all these superstars, Taz. I don't think anything could be more obvious.
Spoken like a guy who's never been in there, Cole. Trust me.
Looks like he's bringing in his partner.
Whoa! I think these fans have
A textbook reversal. Can he follow up?
These superstars have been going hard all match.
They sure have. And that's where the superb conditioning of the WWE superstars comes into play.
No doubt, Cole. There ain't no way you're going to win a match if you're out of gas 2 minutes into it.
You can say that again. I've seen matches won and lost simply because one superstar was able to outlast their opponent.
And there's the tag. I don't think
Throw him mad.
The referee's been knocked out.
And this is where things start getting a little interesting, Cole. These WWE fans just can't get enough of these superstars.
And I'm glad to see it. A WWE match isn't just about competition, it's also about entertainment.
nice. How come they got you as an announcer? I mean, that ain't exactly great entertainment, in my opinion.
You might be right, Taz. I think it would be extremely entertaining to listen to you try to call a match all by yourself. He wasted no time going for that pin.
Ayúdame, Carlito, sal. Carlito malvado.
Each of these competitors is looking for the slightest hint of weakness in the other.
That's the law of the jungle, Cole. An injured superstar's like a wounded animal. It's survival of the fittest.
And that also means that if you're not at 100%, you've got to be able to hide it from your opponent.
You got that right, Cole. This business is as psychological as it is physical. You can't let your opponent think you're easy pickings.
Well, I wouldn't consider any of these superstars to be easy pickings, no matter how beaten up they get.
These superstars are on top of their game, but only one of them is going to have their hand raised at the end of this one.
And that's a real shame because, like you said, this has been a great match so far.
Well, what do you want, Cole? You want to say that everyone wins so nobody gets their feelings hurt?
I never said that. I'm just saying that in a great match like this, everyone involved deserves credit for it.
I love hearing the crowd come alive, even when I don't
I don't know if this is such a good move. This could be disastrous.
Guerrero's a great superstar, and there's no doubt about it. But he's got to keep his head in this match and quit playing to the crowd if he wants to walk out of here with the win.
I think Eddie understands that there's more to this business than winning and losing. He knows his opponent is completely helpless to resist the submission hold.
And that means you got to either dig deep and find a way to break it, or you got to just flat out tap out.
A physical match like this will take its toll, and I think that's exactly what we're seeing here.
Here's the cover.
Listo, pero
This has been a great match so far, and I think it's pretty obvious which way it's going.
Oh, really? Are you willing to go out on a limb and actually make a guess then?
There's no guesswork involved, Cole. But if you're going to be snippy, I'm just going to keep my mouth shut.
Wow, if I knew it was that easy, I would have said that years ago.
Oh, man, these fans are fired up now.
He's got him hanging off of the apron, and he's grinding his forearm right into the facial features of his opponent.
That's definitely going to leave him off. Old school forearm, and he's grinding it right across the face.
Listo, ayúdame, cabezón.
Son of a gun, believe it.
I don't doubt it, partner. That twisted expression of pain on his opponent's face tells the whole story. Hanging off the ring apron is not where you want to be, and that's why.
It's a tough position to get out of, and it really gives your opponent a chance to work over. When you see this level of competition, Cole, there is no doubt that SmackDown's just head and shoulders better than Raw.
I couldn't agree more, Taz. Raw has some incredible superstars, no question about it. But they just can't compete with SmackDown's finest.
Come on, Cole. I know you're just trying to be diplomatic, but you can't seriously sit there and say that there's anyone on the Raw roster you'd want to have here on SmackDown. Someday, Cole, if you work hard at it, you might actually become half as cool as Carlito.
I hope that's never the case. I've seen what Carlito considers cool, and I want no part of it.
I'll tell you, all the WWE superstars are legit tough guys, but these superstars are real. This could be 3 right here. I've been looking forward to this match all night long, Cole.
So have I. It's certainly been...
This is gonna be cool, Cole.
Modified swinging neckbreaker. This capacity crowd is making their opinions known tonight.
No surprise there, Cole. The WWE fans ain't exactly known for keeping their opinions to themselves. Edge is so quick and so deadly. You can't take your eyes off him for 1 second.
And that's doubly true if you're the referee. I don't think Edge has ever met a rule he wouldn't break.
No shame in that, Cole. Like I always say, if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying.
He's going for the pin. This could
Al
be it.
cabezón.
Eddie Guerrero is one of my favorite superstars of all time, and I think these fans agree with me. It seems like being a crowd pleaser is another Guerrero family tradition.
Speaking of traditions, Cole, let me ask you this. How come you always jump all over someone like JBL or Kurt? See, now this is how you win a match, Cole. You work over your opponent until they can't fight back.
Wow, listen to that chant, Taz.
Quick tags are the best way to win a match like this, Cole.
Ya me voy a salir. Cálmate, cálmate.
Come on, ref. That should have been a disqualification right there.
Shoulda, woulda, coulda, Cole, but it's not. It's not a disqualification. Here's the pin.
Siempre en el medio.
I think the referee's out, Taz.
I'll tell you, they gotta start getting sturdy at refs, Cole. This kind of thing seems to happen all the time.
Oh, no. The referee is down. What's going to happen now?
Anything and everything, Cole. No
Referee llevo guamazo ahí.
Here's the reversal, Cole.
What's he doing now?
Oh, man, check it out. A modified swinging neck breaker. Very, very cool.
It sounds like this capacity crowd is something on
Paro.
their minds, Taz.
Yeah, and thousands of paying customers can't be wrong. Man, even if you end up winning a match like this, you're going to be feeling it for the next week.
Yes, but that's the case.
I don't think the fans like that one too much. I'm sure this breaks this guy's like, holy cow, look at that. Crimson mask.
It's unfortunate, but you always run that risk. He's going for the pin. These superstars are clearly giving it their all tonight.
Not a
Árbitro.
surprise there at all, Cole. Becoming a whoa, there goes the ref. Well, might as well chuck the rule book out the window now.
And that also means that there's no one to call a pinfall or submission.
En el piso rojo. Bobina la
Looks like they're
cabeza.
slowing the pace down a little.
He's climbing the turnbuckle. Will this pay off? And there's the submission hold. What a deadly maneuver this is.
Not kidding, Cole. It's so great seeing these athletes compete here tonight. I had a feeling they were going to wind up against each other sooner or later.
There were times when it seemed like it wasn't going to happen, but I can't tell you how glad I am that it did.
That's for sure. You know, anytime you throw these kind of combustible elements into a match, you're guaranteed to get a hell of a show.
And that's exactly what we're seeing.
Oh, boy, that turnbuckle is not where you want to be at this point in the match.
Especially when your opponent is raining down those close fist blows on you.
Can you believe this match so far, Cole?
I really can't, Taz. This isn't anything like what I expected from these competitors.
Yeah, I gotta admit, they're surprising the hell out of me here, too.
And I think it's that unpredictability. There are... Oh, no. I don't like where this is going.
Ha! You just got all of that backcracker.
And the crowd has come along.
Thank you, Captain Obvious.
He's got him covered. Look at these fans. They didn't like that one bit.
Yeah, well, you know what? I got some bad...
Ganamos a la mala. A la mala fue que ganamos ahí.
I spit in the face of people who don't want to be cool.
Here are your winners, Carlito and Ed.
I spit in the face of people who don't want to be cool.
Y ganamos a la mala. Oye, Rambo. Voy a ser primero. Salí 29 por ahí. No hay tanto la víctima.
Ladies and gentlemen.
That went nowhere.
Watch out! He reversed it! I know you're always complaining about Randy Orton's ego, JR. Let's face it, Orton was the youngest world heavyweight champion of all time. I think he's earned the right to be a little arrogant.
I'm not taking anything away from Orton's accomplishments, King, but no one's got a higher opinion of him than Orton himself. Sometimes I wish he'd just shut his mouth and show us what he's got.
This match has the potential to be an instant classic, and I think these fans are too stupid to realize it.
How can you say that, King? After you insult the intelligence of these WWE fans.
Well, I heard that we gave them an IQ test, and the results came back negative.
Folks, I've got to apologize for the King here tonight. He must have gotten up on the wrong side of somebody else's bed. This match has come to an abrupt end for that superstar.
That's your answer to everything, JR. Take him to the woodshed. What kind of advice is that?
I don't think Johnny Nitro's winning over any fans here tonight.
Oh, boy. These fans have got something on their... There's the reversal.
Respect the fact that he took responsibility for his actions and decided not to continue down that road. But I can't say that the way he chose to live his life since has overly impressed the eye.
How can these fans be this excited about Rey Mysterio, JR? He's so tiny that half of them probably can't even see him in the ring.
Well, King, there's an old saying. Size doesn't matter. It's what you do with it that counts. And I'm sure you've heard that one.
Force of nature? More like freak of nature, if you ask me. The fact that Batista even considers himself a main eventer is ridiculous.
He's a world heavyweight champion, King. In my book, as long as you wear that title around your waist, you're the biggest thing in the
something to say to these superstars.
And if they're smart, they'll listen. Remember, without these fans, these superstars are out of a job. He's been removed from the ring and from contention in this match. And there's the elimination.
What a counter!
That's one fewer superstar in this match.
That's it. He's out of the ring, and that means he's out of the match, too. It looks like they've slowed the match down a little, and I think that's some good strategy right there.
It certainly is. I'm sure they're well acquainted with the old expression, fools rush in.
Is that why you always seem to be in such a hurry, JR?
I think I've eaten a little too much good Oklahoma barbecue in my day, King, to hurry anywhere.
I can't express how sick I am of hearing him talk himself up and then choke in the ring.
I think you're selling him short, King. Yes, Matt Hardy has faced adversity. Yes, he's been beaten before. But by God, everyone who steps in the ring with him knows they've been in a fight.
Wow! Listen to these fans, JR!
You can fool some of the people all of the time, and all the people some of the time, but there's no fooling the WWE fans at all.
So, JR, are you enjoying the match so far?
Yes, I am. I think these superstars are putting on one hell of an exhibition here tonight.
What's your favorite part of it so far?
I don't think it's happened yet. My favorite part of the match would be when you quit yapping and let me enjoy it.
Now, JR, keep your words soft and sweet because you may have to eat them later.
And it's been reversed.
You know what's cool? Lashley's got all the size and strength anyone could ask for, but I don't know if that's going to be enough to get him the win here tonight.
That's your opinion, King. But if Lashley's career thus far has been any indication, I'd say he's got an excellent chance of victory in this match. Very few superstars have so completely dominated their opponents the way this young stud Lashley has done in his career.
Looks like his hopes of winning this one have been shattered, JR.
Sounds like this crowd's got something on their minds, King.
He saw that one coming. These superstars are putting on a great match so far, JR. But if they drop the ball, these fans will let them hear about it.
I don't think that's going to happen, King. These competitors know that their paychecks come straight from the WWE fans. They're not going to let them down.
Yeah, but if they don't keep the fans happy...
If wishes were fishes, the world would be an ocean. But that's not the case now, is it?
His opponent telegraphed that one. It's like he read his opponent's mind. Randy Orton's one of the most dangerous superstars in the WWE, JR. Ric Flair and Triple H taught him everything he knows.
They lived. Is that? Yes, that's an elimination. Well, you can't ever accuse the WWE fans of being shy about saying what's on their minds.
You sure can't, JR. And I don't think we'd have it any other way. He took a ride over the top rope, down to the floor, and out of this match. And you'll stop me now. Over the top rope and down to the floor. That's an elimination. And ask you who you...
He might as well start walking back to the locker room. He's out of this match. I think I can safely say that the Boogeyman is without a doubt one of the most unique superstars in WWE.
Unique? JR, the guy's missing half his teeth. He smashed his clocks over his head. And I don't know what's in that smoking stamp of his, but I don't think it's doing his brain any favors.
I'm not going to say I'd invite him over for Sunday dinner in Norman, Oklahoma, King, but I'd be lying if I said I didn't find him highly entertaining. He doesn't look too happy about it, but an elimination think this crowd has...
I don't believe it. He's been eliminated. Did you ever think you'd be watching these superstars compete against each other here tonight, JR?
I had a feeling their paths were going to cross sooner or later, and I'm glad I'm here to see it.
Me too. It almost makes it worth having to sit next to you and listen to those corny expressions of yours. What the heck is a government mule anyway?
It's what you get beat like when you're in the middle of a slobber knot. And when you don't have it...
Well, there's one less superstar in this match now.
What a reversal. These superstars are going to put each other through wrestling hell tonight.
They've already got a pretty good start on that, JR.
They have indeed, King. I don't think there's an ounce of quit between them.
Yeah, and that's where things get dangerous. If you're too proud to admit that it's not your night, you might wind up risking your career for a single match.
But at the same time, King, no one makes it up the ladder without pushing themselves to the very limit. It's a very fine line to walk.
You know, JR, when I saw this match on paper, I wasn't too sure about it. But it's turned out a lot better than I thought it would.
I'm not at all surprised, King. I knew this was going to be a terrific matchup.
Oh, come on, JR. You're just talking through your hat. And speaking of hats, when are you going to get rid of that silly thing anyway?
Right about the time we stop wearing that crown. I'd love to see you or anyone else try to kick Regal out of this country, King. I think he'd wind up kicking you across the length and breadth of it.
The Undertaker's been in WWE for 13 years now, JR. And I think it's really starting to show here tonight.
I don't know what match you're watching, King, but the dead man looks as good tonight as when he first appeared in the WWE.
Jillian Hall would make such a great addition to Raw, JR. You think I'll wine her and dine her and try to get her to jump from SmackDown.
King, if you really wanted to join us on Monday nights, I think the best thing you can do is not remind her that you'll be brooding over her every week. It's always a treat to see Jillian Hall perform. Here's a diva who doesn't know the meaning of the word quit.
Yeah, or the meaning of the words, call me back when you get this. I must have left a dozen messages for her once I found out we'd be in the same arena tonight. I think these superstars are getting some feedback from the crowd, JR.
Nothing wrong with that, King. That's what we like to hear. He's not going to get caught with that one. That's it. The match is over for that particular superstar. This is a classic matchup, King. I'm so glad the WWE fans are getting the chance to see it.
Yeah, and I'm happy that I'm getting to see it too, JR. I just wish they'd pick up the pace a little.
Oh, no. This is classic old-school wrestling at its finest. You, of all people, should be able to appreciate that, King.
Wait a minute, JR. You're not trying to say that I'm old, are you?
Of course not, King. Although there was that rumor going around about your Social Security number was 1. I think this crowd's giving these superstars a piece of their minds, King.
Are you sure they...
Excellent counter. What ring presence. Boy, what a match. I wouldn't even hazard a guess as to who's going to win this thing.
What? Have you got both your contacts in one eye, JR? It's been obvious to me since the start of the match.
Oh, really? Well, then, why don't you just enlighten the rest?
Pégale ahí.
No way. I can already tell this is going to be a great match, and I don't want to ruin the ending for you.
You're too kind, King. You're also full of horse.
Oh, no. I don't like the looks of this.
He's got the fans behind him, King, and his opponent had better watch out.
What does he think he's doing? He's just showing off for the crowd now.
Up the
Oh,
turnbuckle he goes.
cuerda floja.
He knows what he's doing. He's a slippery devil.
I think I know who's going to win this one, JR.
Oh, really? Enlighten us, King.
Wait a second. Why are you so eager to hear my prediction?
Because I want to know who's going to win. And 9 times out of 10, he just got tossed out rather unceremoniously, in my opinion. This capacity crowd is making their opinions known tonight.
They sure are, JR. He countered that one. Wow. He wasn't too gentle about throwing him out.
You're not going to get him with that one.
After some of the things we've
Oh,
seen
qué
in this ring,
cachetada le dieron a
I
ese.
think we better remind the folks at home not to try this stuff themselves.
Le abrieron el
That's
pecho.
for damn sure, King.
Le
The
quitan todos los vellitos del
He's been
pecho.
eliminated from the match.
Lo depilaron con esa cachetada.
Can he capitalize on it?
Talk about adding insult to injury. Tossed out of the ring and the match. I've got to say, JR, I'm really impressed by what we've seen here tonight.
How could you not be, King? These are some of the finest athletes in all of sports entertainment.
I know that, JR. I'm just saying that this has been a great match so far.
It has indeed, King, and I think it's only going to get better from here on out.
I'm not sure I agree with what the crowd up and over and out. Eliminated. I don't think these superstars have any intention. I don't think this is going to work, JR.
The size difference is just too great.
Puede con esa montaña.
He countered that and made it look easy. Boy, when you look at these superstars, it really drives home the fact that Raw is the dominant brand of sports entertainment.
Oh, there's no doubt about that, JR. There's not a superstar on the SmackDown roster who could hold a candle to Raw's finest.
I wouldn't go that far, King. There are quite a few SmackDown superstars who I would love to have on there.
Oh, come on, JR. Why would you want to lower the tone of the Raw locker room by bringing in some losers from SmackDown?
King, next time you call The Undertaker, Kurt Angle, and Chris Benoit losers, make sure you give me some warning. Try to get the hell out of here before you do it. I don't want to be any part of what that's going to get you. I've got a feeling that this has all the makings of an instant classic.
That's probably just gas, JR.
Well, I did have some deal with it on the block. It's not so bad.
I think it's pretty obvious which way this one's going to go, JR.
Well, from my perspective, this is still anybody's match.
I'd like to see things from your perspective, JR, but I'd have to get my head out of my rear end first.
You gotta give him credit. He's got a lot of heart.
Yeah, but I don't think he's got much in the way of brains. These superstars
Ay, yo creo que soy yo, Ken. Ay, sí.
What do you expect, King? This isn't ballet, you know.
Oh, really, JR? Gosh, tell me more about your in-ring experience.
Well, I've got a 10-fall victory over Triple H to my credit. How about you?
This has gone beyond just being a match, JR. I think these superstars genuinely hate each other.
There's no love lost between these competitors, that's for sure. If looks could kill, somebody would be pushing up daisies right now.
And you've got to admit, that makes for a much more interesting match, JR.
It sure does. But I just hope these superstars can settle the differences in the ring and leave it at that.
See, JR, this is exactly why Raw is the #1 brand in all of sports entertainment.
You're absolutely right, King. We've got the best superstars, the best fans,
And the best announced team. Don't forget that.
I was going to say that until you interrupted me. Now I'm just hoping I haven't lost Taz's phone number.
I'll agree with you about the larger part, JR. He's about as wide as he is tall. I'd say he should take up sumo
Por favor,
wrestling,
por
but I
favor.
don't want to see him in a loincloth.
No one's ever going to accuse Big Show of being a pretty little ballerina. I think he's a great deal more agile than you give him credit for.
Well, he couldn't be much less. He's got all the grace of a bull elephant and half the size.
What an incredible competitor Rey Mysterio is. I'd have to say that pound for pound, he might be the most exciting superstar on the SmackDown roster.
That's an easy claim to make, JR. Mysterio only weighs about 90 pounds soaking wet with a brick in each pocket.
Will you stop it? He's 165 pounds and 5'6". He might be on the smaller end of the spectrum, but that doesn't diminish his ability.
If you say so, JR, I still think Mysterio should hit the yellow brick road and get himself back to Munchkin Land.
This is Raw action at its finest. That's why Raw is the #1 brand of sports entertainment.
You got that right, JR. You're not going to see this kind of action on SmackDown.
Not on SmackDown or anywhere else. There's nothing else out there that can come close to the excitement of seeing the Raw superstars perform live.
Can you believe we actually get paid to do this job, JR?
It's like a dream come true, King. Except when I have to sit here and listen to you drool over the Divas.
Come on, JR. You know I'm helpless when it comes to puppies.
Oh, I know, King. And that's why I'm bringing a pitcher of ice water out here with me next time. A textbook reversal there.
Otra vez, compañero, pero cálmate. Ajá.
If one of these superstars starts to build momentum, it could be the beginning of the end of this match.
That's right, JR. You don't see a lot of matches won with one or two big moves.
You sure don't. You've got to lay the groundwork first. So, King, any predictions about the outcome of this match?
Oh, no. Every time I make a guess as to who's going to win, I never hear the end of it from you.
Maybe that wouldn't happen if you got one right.
Boy, it's obvious these superstars have done their homework on each other.
They sure have, and this is one hell of an exam.
Let's hope it's not their final exam, JR. I'd love to see them go at it again.
Well, if I think the fans have their way, you'll get your wish, King.
I don't think that these superstars have even contemplated the fact that they might lose.
I'm sure they have.
Te faltan.
That's not the kind of attitude you come in with and expect to pick up the win.
You're right about that, JR. If you can't see yourself having your arm raised by the referee when it's over, don't bother showing up. I can't believe he countered that one. I think we're going to find out just how much punishment the human body can withstand here tonight.
I think you're right, King. These superstars seem intent on taking each other to the limit.
I love that attitude, JR. Go big or go home.
Well, these superstars sure aren't going home until this match is settled once and for all.
I am so glad Chris
Saludito, doña. ¿Cómo está? No tiene.
I couldn't stand it when Raw was being represented by...
No tiene. No tiene. ¿Qué no tiene? ¿El qué?
someone like him.
Oh, yeah. What a tragedy it was to have a champion who was utterly devoted to the business and to the fans, and who always went out to that ring and gave 110%.
What are you saying, JR? Don't try to change the subject just because you know I'm
tiene.
right.
I'm a Raw man through and through, but I'd be lying if I said I wouldn't love to have a superstar like Rey Mysterio on the roster.
Why would you want to do something like that to Mysterio, JR? Everyone on Raw is at least twice his size. Then destroy him.
Sal para afuera. Está todo congelado, igual que aquí. Está todo congelado. Aquí está mucho frío. Cuidado si le doy donde no es. Van a sacarlo.
Well, from the looks of things, it's
No,
not hard to
por
tell how this
favor,
one's gonna
por
go.
favor.
What are you talking about, King? I think this is still an extremely competitive match that could go either way.
You know, JR,
Ay,
it's
dieron la
obvious that
pata.
the only exercise you get is stretching the truth or jumping to conclusions.
Well, judging from the
Buenos
shape I'm
boy.
in, I don't appear to be
Mira a
doing too
John
much of
Cena
anything.
aquí peleando. Ay, lo van a sacar John Cena, Chinita, lo van a sacar. La sacaron. Pobre John Cena, lo desguabinaron. Ya me voy a mi mil. Que duerma bien. A John Cena lo desguabinaron. No se juega bien todavía. Tengo que aprender bien los botones. Ya me voy. Tan temprano. Pero usted se duerme cuando los gallos hacen kikiriki. Me desguabinaron. Guabina del siglo me dieron ahí. Uy, Mr. John Cena, oye cómo se pone y abrió los ojazos ya. Pelea con tu John Cena para que vea tu macho, a tu hombre. Le mencionan a John Cena, esa mujer, abrió esos ojos. Ay, John Cena. Ay, Dios. ¿Dónde está John Cena? John Cena, te buscan. Una peleita más. John Cena, Heavyweight Championship. Siempre cuando le doy random sale esto. Otra vez. John Cena.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. On the
John Cena. Gracias, doñita, por estar aquí el día de hoy. A don Pepish.
from Greenwich, Connecticut.
Good evening, and welcome to SmackDown, coming to you tonight from Atlanta, Georgia.
Hot Atlanta is fired up tonight, Cole. No doubt about it, baby. And I'm just as pumped up as this sellout crowd.
With good reason, Taz. You and I both know what's coming. And these fans are definitely getting their money's worth tonight. It's been a long time since I saw a crowd get behind a superstar the way they have John Cena.
Yeah, that's great, Cole. No doubt the WWE fans, they love John Cena. I get that. But this is not a popularity contest. It's a physical, athletic competition.
I don't think Cena's got any problem being physical either, Taz. There aren't many superstars who've accomplished what he has. Oh my God, I think the referee's out, Taz.
I'll tell you, they gotta start getting sturdier reps, Cole. This kind of thing seems to happen all the time. Man, you talk about superstars who ain't got an ounce of quit in them, huh? You're looking at them right here.
And that's a potentially dangerous mindset to be in. If you're too proud to realize that you're in trouble, you might wind up risking your career for a single match.
Look, Cole, this ain't about... I don't know. He's putting a lot on the line going up there. Whoa! I think these fans have got a little something they want to share with us.
If they're right, Taz, they paid for it.
Man, his opponent looked like a punk with that counter.
He was one step ahead on that one.
Man, I'm telling you, from my in-ring experience, trust me, you could cut this tension with a knife.
I don't think you need in-ring experience to feel the tenacity radiating off these superstars, Taz. I don't think anything could be more obvious.
Spoken like a guy who's never been in there, Cole. Trust me, when it comes down to you or them, it's a whole different level of intensity.
I'll have to take your word for it, Taz. I honestly can't imagine a more electric atmosphere than the one in this arena right now.
You know what? This Cena, he spends a lot of time running his mouth, Cole. If it was me, I'd put a little bit more energy into proving my in-ring skills.
Cena's a WWE champion, Taz. How much more improvement do you really need?
I know the guy's on top. I understand that. He's WWE champion. I understand that. Sometimes it's easier to become champion than stay champion.
What a reversal.
Man, this match is so good. It's even worth sitting next to you to watch it, Cole.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Taz. You know, you're not always my number one choice for a broadcast partner either.
You know what you should do, Girl Pants? You should team up with Jerry Lawler. Then it could be the king and queen on commentary.
Real funny, Taz. You know, that would almost be worth not having to work with a joker like you all the time. And the crowd has come alive tonight. Oh my God! Here it comes!
The pedigree. He's looking to put his opponent away right here.
Ay. Bien la frente.
I hope this isn't the last time we see these superstars face off.
You're not going to hear me say this much, Cole, but I definitely agree with you. This has all the makings of a nice, long feud.
I don't know how nice it is, but there are certainly some issues between these superstars, and I think this match might only exasperate them.
Jeez, Cole. This is just dumb, Cole. You don't win a match by taunting your opponent to death.
I disagree, Taz. Getting the crowd on your side can be a huge psychological boost. And here's a little something for the fans. That's why they love him.
You know what? But who cares what they think? All he's doing here is giving his opponent a chance to recover. Man, you just can't put anything over on these fans.
You sure can. They see everything, and they'll let you know about it. A textbook reversal. Can he follow up? I don't think there's a superstar in the history of WWE who's gone from the WWE champion as quickly as John Cena has.
Yeah, Cole, but you said it yourself. John Cena has shot up real quick. He ain't picked up the experience that a lot of other superstars have, and that can be a little bit of a problem for him.
Well, from where I sit, I haven't seen a lot of superstars give Cena much of a problem. He's held his own against some of the most talented veterans.
Going up the turnbuckle hurts a heck of a lot less than coming down from the turnbuckle. Man, I'll tell you what, man, this one's just turned into a fight, pure and simple.
We knew it was going to be intense. We knew it was going to be physical. But I don't think anyone was prepared for this.
I gotta admit, it kind of took me by surprise, Cole. That don't happen too often.
That's it.
Wow, look at that submission. I ain't never seen it executed better.
Neither have I, partner. And this might be enough to get the tap out right here.
These superstars have been pounding the hell out of each other, and now we're starting to see the effects of that. There's not a superstar in the locker room who can afford to ignore these fans, Cole.
You're right about that. Without the fans, we'd all be out of the job.
You just don't see action like this ever.
That's just about the last position you want to find yourself in.
No doubt. I don't care how tough you are. That hurts. Can you believe this match so far, Cole? Thank you, Captain Obvious.
I just think it's unfortunate whenever a superstar decides to cheat to win, rather than compete fairly.
Looks like he's going for it.
He sure is. The STFU is locked in.
I gotta tell you, Cole, I thought I had this thing figured out. But now I got no idea how this is gonna end up.
Neither do I, Taz. And I think it's that unpredictability that makes it so exciting.
No doubt, Cole. I've seen superstars get a huge advantage over their opponents and still lose the match because they got sloppy.
Anything can happen in WWE. An entire match can turn on one or two. The WWE superstars are all superb athletes, but they're also human beings, and there's only so much punishment a human body can take.
It's so great seeing these athletes compete here tonight. I had a feeling they were going to wind up against each other sooner or later.
There were times when it seemed like it wasn't going to happen, but I can't tell you how glad I am that it did.
That's for sure. You know, anytime you throw these kind of combustible elements into a match, you're guaranteed to get a hell of a show.
And that's exactly what we're seeing here tonight. It sounds like this capacity crowd has something on their minds, Taz.
Yeah, and thousands of paying customers can't be wrong. Man, I almost feel bad for JR and King, Cole. When's the last time you think they saw a match this good?
I couldn't tell you, Taz. I don't know if they've ever had anything this good on Raw.
Me neither. Because I guess that just makes sense. I mean, after all, Smack, he ain't taking any chances with this submission, Cole. Look at how tight he's got it locked in.
I see that, Taz. I wouldn't be surprised if he got his opponent to tap out right here.
Hey, the ref's got a tough job. I mean, trying to keep these superstars on the up and up, that's hard.
Well, it's easier to get some superstars to play by the rules than others.
Hey, you know what, Cole? If you're going to get on your high horse again and give us another lecture about playing fair, I swear to God, I'm going to throw up.
Is it so wrong to ask a superstar to play by the rules, Taz? That doesn't seem to be so unreasonable to me.
That's because you never competed in a match, Cole. I think we know where he's going with this, Cole.
Here it comes. The FU! He just drove his opponent straight into the ground.
I love hearing the crowd come alive, even when I don't exactly agree with what they're saying.
Me too. And I do agree with what they're saying, Taz.
These superstars have been going hard all match.
They sure have. And that's where the superb conditioning of the WWE superstars comes into play.
No doubt, Cole. There ain't no way you're going to win a match if you're out of gas 2 minutes into it.
You can say that again. I've seen matches won and lost simply because one superstar was able to outlast their opponent. Each of these I think these fans know what's coming next.
You know it, Cole. The F.U. Man, get a load of that belt.
I think that if one of these superstars successfully... There's the pin. Can his opponent kick out?
Here's your winner, John Cena.
John, el macho de la chinita.